Hello! Hi everyone! So this video is about my trip to Thailand, which I went on back in May in 2023. I was there for 3 weeks and I'll tell you about the first week, which was 5 days in Bangkok. I'll tell you where we stayed, I'll tell you about what we ate and what we saw. So don't hesitate to use the chapters because I will have named them after the days and with a little detail. If you have any questions, just please leave them down below and I'll answer you to the best of my abilities. And this is gonna be a long one, so let's get right into it. Okay, so of course the trip started in Copenhagen, where I had a plane at 2:30 in the afternoon. I landed at 6 local time and I booked my plane ticket 3 months in advance. It was 5,500 Danish crowns, and I will put all prices in both dollars and euros on the screen for like the rest of the video. When I got there, I had the whole row to myself in the plane, which is always so nice. I also have a lovely chat with the older lady in front of me who used to be a stewardess but had married a Danish journalist, and then she gave me all these recommendations but like restaurants in Copenhagen. But like she was so nice. When I landed, I went and got a SIM card. I paid 900 baht for this one, but it lasted me for the entirety of the trip. It worked like superb, and I had like internet connection and I could call and I could do anything, so like we could use maps, which was like a savior and just really nice when it's a possibility. After I'd gotten my bags, I went down and took a taxi. I know everybody says that the public transport was fairly easy to use, and we found that out as well, me and my friend, but I was traveling alone on this trip to meet my friend at the hotel, so I had no need to take the public transport by myself for the first time. So I paid 700 baht for the taxi. It was the most expensive taxi I paid for the whole trip, but compared to Danish prices, no complaints. So I was on my merry way and he drove me straight to the hotel and was so nice. When I arrived at the hotel, my friend was waiting for me in the lobby and it was so nice to finally see her again. She had been traveling for 2 months before this, so to see her, to be ready for our little adventure for the next 3 weeks, it was just, I couldn't contain myself. I was so happy. So even though it was like 7 in the morning, 7:30, I was ready. So we like put the bags up in the room, we just like got some water and stuff like that, and then we were on a merry little way walking around the area. So the hotel is called Hyde Park Hotel. We have just found it by googling and like to search on areas in Bangkok where we're like, this we want to see, this we want to do, here we want to eat, and then this was just like the best option for the price. And like there was a pool, there's a rooftop pool, and it was close to a station, so that was very nice. And we ended up paying 5,500 almost Danish crowns for it for 6 nights. My friend stayed a night before, so she was there 6 nights, I was there 5 nights. Truly just a 5-star experience. The staff was so nice, it was clean. As you can see in these videos, there's not that much floor space, but we truly didn't care. The bathroom I didn't film, but it was very nice and almost as big as the room, so nothing to complain about. I'm gonna say that a lot because it truly was an amazing trip. Sorry, not sorry. I loved it. As you'll learn from this video, we walked to almost everything all over Bangkok. So we walked to Lumpini Park from our hotel. I had seen it on TikTok, and also that there would be this very big animal. We didn't see those there, so it was just a very nice walk in the park. So after walking around, we got really hungry, but you know, you can never find a place when you're really hungry. So we were looking for quite a bit, but came by this brunch place called Toby's. I would give it like 3 out of 5 stars. Like it was very nice, cute for pictures and stuff like that. But the food was not really seasoned. It was just very Western, but without really any taste. But the juices were good, and we bought some banana cake / bread, and thus our obsession began. Like we were hunting banana cake, bread, I don't know what to call it. We should decide now because I will mention it a lot in this video. Banana bread? We'll call it banana bread. Banana bread. But yeah, we were obsessed. I love it at home too, but I don't know, something just happened with us. We just needed it at every cafe and to test out which were the best in the whole of Thailand. But yes, I would give Toby's 3 out of 5 stars. It was very nice if you go by, but I wouldn't search it out if you're not in the area. After that, we went back to the hotel for a nap because then I did feel the jet lag and I did feel tired. So after our nap, we were ready to go out again, and we went to a market to get some food because we were starving again. And I got my first pad thai in Thailand, and it was so good. So good. Then we walked some more and we came by the Thomson Art Center, which became one of my favorite buildings and viewpoints like overall in Bangkok. It was just such a vibe, such a me vibe. I just felt at home there. It was just so nice, and the view was amazing. So good. And if you walk a bit further down from that street, you have the Bangkok Art and Culture Center. And by the way, both of those places are free to enter, which is a very nice perk. But yeah, so the Art and Culture Center have some very nice exhibitions. There are cafes in there and stores, and just quite cool place to walk around. By the way, at the top of the building, at the time we were there were an exhibition with cat pictures. And it was very much how I believe every cat lover's camera looks, like with all those pictures in their phone. This is, by the way, also the first of a couple of vlogs because we also went to Pai, Chang Mai, and Koh Phangan. So stay tuned for those videos if that should be interesting for you as well. The next day we slept in a bit, or rather I did. It was some much needed sleep. But after that we decided to walk to the Grand Palace, and after some hours of walking we were like really hungry, but we found this very nice, very delicious restaurant. Like, the restaurant wasn't delicious, but the food was. And they had a cute cat, so all in all, very good experience. I couldn't find the name of the place, so I've written like a description and like almost the coordinates on Google Maps because it was really worth it. And from there and until Chinatown, there's a really fun district that we walked through, like a lot of very fun shops and just a lot to look at. That was like a really nice part of the town. After Chinatown and walking around there, we came to the water but realized we couldn't cross it on foot like any of the bridges, so we just walked along the water. After walking along the water, we came to these alleys where there were restaurants and cafes, and they looked so nice, all of them. But they were closed for the night, sadly, but truly worth it when open, I believe. From across the water from these alleys, we could see Wat Arun, which was so nice because the sun was going down. Then we also like walked the outskirts of the Grand Palace a little bit, but it was getting late, so we decided to go back home. On the way home, we went through another park and we saw the giant swing. And we ended the night in style by swimming in the pool. So on the third day we decided to be very touristy and do the grand tour of the Grand Palace. It was 500 baht to go inside, and when I tell you, I was stunned. I was wowed. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. Like, all jokes aside, I've never seen something so beautiful. It's just an amazing place and just wonderful to get to walk around there. So worth it, 100%. Like, please go there. And remember to wear clothes over the shoulders and down below the knee to pay your respects. And don't try to weasel out of this. There's no reason to. Just be respectful, please. I have almost no other words to say about the Grand Palace than wow. So after walking around, we decided to get some food, so we went out, and on some of the side streets to the Grand Palace we found this very nice small restaurant, and the food was very yummy. The staff was so nice, so even though it was right by the Grand Palace, it didn't feel like a tourist trap at all. And then we kept on walking, as you know us to do. And then we stopped by this place called Mika Coffee and got coffee for our little walk, because two white girls without coffee, what is that even? And then we decided to visit Khao Sang Road because we've heard and we had seen a lot of TikTok saying this is the place to be. And if you can't kind of read from my expressions already, it did not feel like the place to be. Truly did not. It's known for like being a backpacker, solo traveler road with a lot of bars and hostels and a lot of So we went 10 meters down this road. I will say we did it in daylight. We did it in the day. It was not alive, that road, in the day. And I will say we went 10 meters down that road and we were like, nope, 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 not for us. I will say the reason why I'm talking like in such great lengths about this not being the place for us is just to say there's a lot of things to do in Bangkok. It's a major city. It really depends on what you like and how you want to piece your trip together. So if you really do like bars and really do like meeting other travelers when you're going, this is probably a really good place to do it. We were just not at all in that mindset. We just wanted to hang out, the two of us, and walk around and just really experience the city. And after that we walked a bit, but then we met this man and he was like, I have a cheap longboat ride for you girls. We were a bit worried, like, are you sure? But then he hailed us a tuk-tuk and were like, you will bring these girls to this dock and then you will pay this very cheap price. I think we paid like nothing for this, almost, for like the tuk-tuk ride at all, because that was also his friend. It sounded, now when I'm telling it, it sounds kind of sketchy, but it really wasn't. It felt very safe and very nice. And yeah, so we got on the longboats and it was fun experience to sail around, and it was just the two of us in the boat, so that was really nice. He then sailed us to one of the floating markets, or it wasn't 100% a floating market because it's the ones where you set the boat and then you walk along the water and over some of the water. And there was small shops, there was cafes, there was kind of everything. It was really fun and very nice way to do it. The last stop was Wat Arun, so that was where he was like our final destination, where he put us. He didn't put us there, but like he sails there. And we got to walk around and it was just incredible. Like, I loved it. The sun, the atmosphere, the vibes. It was just so lovely and I loved that. After that, we went and took the bus ferry, and it was so easy and cheap. So we took it a couple stops down in the river and stopped at ICONSIAM. I hope I'm saying that correctly, which is a lot of things, but also a gigantic mall. So we found out that on the top there should be like the prettiest Starbucks in all of Thailand, or like at least in Bangkok. We went there, it was very pretty. We didn't really buy anything because we had been drinking and eating before. And then we just sat at the terrace and watched the view and just chilled for a bit. Very nice after a day out in the sun, walking around, and all the impressions from, again, seeing all these very beautiful buildings and talking to people. Tell me you have a hard time staying on topic when you're googling cute dragons in the middle of your Thailand vlog filming. Like, such are the days in the life of me. So after chilling at the rooftop there, we were like, okay, we gotta go home, we gotta chill for a little bit. So we got a grab from the mall and to our hotel, and it was really easy to use. You can download it before you go and everything just works out. I will say, small tip, you of course type in the address when you're booking your Grab, but I would also find the address on Google Maps or something, because a lot of the chauffeurs don't speak English, and because your app is in English, they only get the address in the Grab app in English, so they don't always know where it is. But if you show it on Google Maps, it is there in Thai as well if you scroll down a bit. So I would do that just to make sure, and that helped our drivers a lot. So, quick tip. After chilling at the hotel, we were like, we have to do a night market, because why not? So we had found one, my friend had found one, so we were like, we gotta go to that one. And you know us by now, so we walked there. I will say we came down a sketchy street, and to preference, this is the only time in all of the 3 weeks in Thailand where I felt unsafe, but on that street I did not feel safe. So we very quickly turned around and walked back. Nothing happened, but just remember to be safe, guys. Don't do anything that doesn't feel right or sit with you. Don't do it. So we walked a bit further, but then we came to a big street where we really couldn't, or like an intersection where we couldn't cross at all. This very nice man with a tuk-tuk were like, you girls need a ride, and we were like, yes we do. So he took us the rest of the way there. So maybe if you're going to this night market, depending on where you're staying, maybe just do a Grab or a tuk-tuk from the beginning, or you can be stubborn like us and try to walk. But it was a very nice night market. It's one of the more like really established ones, meant that all the stalls are very nice. The food is very good, and I will say, spoiler, we did find the best banana bread here. So like 3 days into the trip, we found the best banana bread in all of Thailand. But don't worry, there will be a lot more banana bread in this video, because we couldn't stop eating it. But it truly was the best one. But of course I didn't take any pictures or film it, because I didn't really think much of it when we bought it. But I will say, if you go to this night market, it's truly at the end of the market. It's a small stand. There was a girl there when we went there. Small stand with cookies and cakes, and everything just looked delicious, and that banana bread was just incredible. Up here. Fourth day were a very slow day. After the day before, we were quite tired and we just wanted to walk around. So we found the shopping area further down from our hotel. But first, coffee and breakfast. We ate at a small cafe just around the corner from our hotel. Such a nice cafe. We came back a couple of times because they were just very nice and the food was delicious. The first mall we went to was CentralwOrld, and there was like a cocoa fair going on there. So there was so many stands, so many taste tests, and I went crazy. My friend, she can stop herself. I cannot. So I tested, ate, I talked to a lot of people. It was incredible. So if you're going, remember to like check out the events going on at the malls around you to see if anything fun is going on. After that we went a bit further and we got ourselves a smoothie. I can't for the life of me find this place on Google or Instagram or anything, but you can see here where it is, or like how the stall looks. The smoothies were really good, so if you can find it, points to you. Don't know what this is, but that's the point, apparently. After walking around the small shops there, we went and got another coffee. I told you this was a slow day. And matcha, by the way. My friend drinks matcha, I drink iced coffee. But we got those at the Rainforest Cafe, just to try it out because we'd heard about it but hadn't tried it. I would say it was very good, but again, street vendors, the same with like Starbucks, like street vendors are so much better, the small places, so much better. So like, not really worth it price-wise at all. So it's only to sit where we sat to like have a view of the streets. Then we decided to book our hotel for Chiang Mai because we were going in like 2 days and we'd only booked like the tickets to Chiang Mai by the airport, like plane tickets. So we needed a place to stay. We found one and it looked so good, so I was so excited. On the way back, we came by this fan meet or like presentation with 2 Thai actors. I looked them up and they had a lot of followers, but I didn't know them sadly. It wasn't any of the ones I'm following or have seen in any shows. So I will say that was quite sad because I've never been so close and so far away from all my Thai actors. Like we were always, when we were in Bangkok, they were in Chiang Mai. When we were in Chiang Mai, they were in Bangkok. And so it just kept on going for like 3 weeks we were there. So I didn't get to see anyone. So sad, but hopefully next time. I have to pee, so if you have to pee, small pee break. So, the fifth and final day of the Bangkok Diaries guide, we decided to go to a temple a bit outside of the city, or just like on the outskirts of the city. So we started with breakfast at the restaurant just next to the hotel. There's like, I can't find it on Google, so I cannot put you in the direction, but it's literally right next to Hyde Park Hotel. It's a family-run owned business, and it's truly in like their driveway or like outside of their house. They were so sweet, and there was the sun like taking our orders, and yeah, it was just really nice. And my friend even bought some of their homemade chili. I forgot to film the food, but it was truly a great, really great meal. After that, we went to the cafe just like on the other side of our small road, because there was, yeah, again, the neighbor was the cafe. So I got an iced coffee for the ride, and we took a Grab because that was just the easiest way to get there. It was it an hour maybe, or around there? I will be correcting myself here if it was another time-ish to go there. But yeah, so I think around an hour to get there, and it was just incredible. There was like so peaceful and quiet and so amazing, and the people there were so lovely. There's almost no tourists, like we only met 2 other like pairs of tourists while we were there walking around, which is nothing. So like there was so quiet. The dragon and the temple, like the dragon temple was just, I really loved it. I was so happy we went there. There was also a golden Buddha and other very cool stuff to look at. After that we went to After the Rain Cafe and Gallery, which is kind of known / famous for the fact that you can go in small kayaks / canoes around the cafe. But we started with some food because we were starving at this point. Again, food and drinks, what more is there to life or vacations? I got like a pancake cake, an ice cream, and an iced coffee. By now you kind of must know me, I get an iced coffee all the time, but spoiler, something will happen with all this coffee this day. But yeah, so we did that and then we sailed around in the little canoes and it was just so much fun. After we got back home, we went to Grey Ray to get another coffee and a matcha latte to have by the pool, where we're just chilling the rest of, like, for a couple of hours actually, just chilling there, talking, just so nice. When we were hungry again, we went to this Indian restaurant, also like in the area of our hotel, and the food was delicious. But yeah, now I will tell you the story of me getting a bit sick. So I will not pinpoint this on any of the food at all, because I did feel like weird-ish from like already from around lunchtime and the whole of the afternoon and the evening. So I will not pinpoint this me being sick on anything. And when I say sick, I literally mean projectile vomited all over the bathroom. So that was very nice. But yeah, again, I drank more coffee than I normally do. I get extremely car sick. I did take the pills, but like the car sickness pills, but I don't know like if I messed it up with kind of drinking again too much coffee, because 3 cups of coffee for me is a lot. And so yeah, I will not pinpoint it on anything specific. All these places were amazing and the people very nice and the food delicious, and my friend did not get sick. So I think maybe I just had it too warm. So this is like the mom part of the video of like, remember to drink water as well. Wear a hat so that so your head is not boiling with the sun pointing down at you at all times. And just yeah, don't drink too much coffee, children. Day 6 was just a travel day to Chiang Mai, so I still felt very weird and I had 0 appetite, and to be very honest, I was being very dramatic and felt like I would never feel hunger again. But we checked out, we got on the train. It was just like one train from like our hotel to the airport, so that was luckily very easy. I drank some water and had half a croissant at the airport, but like didn't really feel that well. But yeah, that's the end of our Bangkok diaries. I'm sorry we're ending it on a low, but just know that all the days before and all the days after were amazing. So that's it for this video, and stay tuned for the next guide. I hope you'll follow along, and again, if you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll answer to the best of my abilities. So yes, have a very, very nice day and thank you for watching.